Good morning once again. It's very early. I happen to have a closet downstairs that I keep some of my blouses I paint in. I'm in my PJ bottoms. I have to be honest, I need a shower. I need to wash my hair. But when I wake up at 5 o'clock and I can't go back to sleep and I want to just come paint. Anyway, I'm on side 2. Actually, it's side 1. It's the front side, which the back side was so beautiful that it's going to rival the front, I'm afraid. Anyway, I primed. I base coated. I base coated the rim in a white actually, because I ended up doing the other side, the border in the white, and black. And it's going to have the white and black border, but instead of divided in half, it's divided into 3 segments, and so it'll be long, thin segments. It's going to look really good, I have to say. And then yesterday I spent a lot of time. I painted the middle of it this really pretty blue because I'm going to do a pot of flowers, a big pot with flowers all over it. There's not going to be any. I think I'm going to do the pot in the sumptuous squares so that it kind of goes with the backside, even though you're never going to see them both at the same time ever. But on my drafting table over here, I have this big pad, this big 25 by, 30-something inch pad, and I drew out, let me get it. I drew out my plan for the flowers, the pot and the flowers. Then this morning I laid it down over transfer paper and I traced over it, and I got the pot, and then I got this kind of the stems, the general idea, and then I'm going to paint. It. Anyway, so that's how I did that. And I've now got my board on a slant because it's really hard to paint with it flat up high doing what I'm doing. So I don't know how well this is going to photograph, film, whatever you call it, video, film. So now I'm going to start, I think, with the sumptuous squares of the pot. But I'm going to have to lower the camera. So goodbye to my face. Oh, and I didn't quite finish. I used my little a little thing that I use for sewing to do this border, and I didn't finish part of it. My gel pens wigged out on me, so I don't have I'm using a pencil, and I'm hoping the black paint will cover over. If not, I'll touch up with the white paint. But they just wouldn't, they're out of ink, I guess. I never have enough of those pens, ever. I'm always running out. And I'm making my little marks for my border since I saw that I painted, I don't know what I did. Now I have to move it down smaller to match the border. This little thing slides. Okay. And this is how I did the whole border. So you see why I don't film all of this, because it's hours and hours, sometimes days of work. I don't know why I didn't get this. Okay, that's finally connected. And but when I get ready to do the border, this time-consuming part is all done. So I'm done with that little tool. Okay, it's dark outside. I've got on my ring light. I really can't see what's happening, but I'm going to start with these square. Oh my. You see what I do? Do you see what I do? I stuck my finger in the paint. That's my, but you know what? It was close to the color of my polish. Okay. I was just trying to move this straight. I have to dip. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to do the first ones, I think, in white and turquoise. This is how I do it, if you can see. My sumptuous squares. And then I do this. I kind of, well, and then every other one will be the blue and white. So let's see, are these white? White, blue, white. And this one, I kind of, it was too perfect. I like them a little messy. Now we're getting there. And I'll just go all the way across the top like this. You hear the early birds, the little early birds out there. Then I'll change to the beiges and whites for the every other square. These are my sumptuous squares. I was going to just try to show you a few because, again, it takes a long time. All right, so we're going to do some white. You get the idea. And this pot, this is a hand-painted quote clay pot, so it's not totally even. And I drew it that way because that's what I wanted. And let's see, if I turn my brush around, I can get just the opposite effect. With the brown part on the bottom. And then I'll switch to the white and the lighter shade and do a couple like that. So I sort of mix it up. So that's how I do it. And I'll just keep going through the whole pot. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this rim. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the base and the little feet. But it's a very cute clay pot. All right. There she blows. There's the pot. Finish that with my sumptuous squares. Well, it's afternoon. I did get a shower. I washed my hair. I put on some makeup. But it's been a while, so I don't know if it makes much difference. I finished the pot that the flowers are going to go in. And now I'm going to start painting the flowers, which I'm very insecure about doing in front of you on film. I'll give it a go. If it gets too crazy, and I may have to just stop and do it and then show you later. Wish me luck. Here we go. this is the final step of this project, and I'm going to do my black and white border all the way around. But I have finished the flowers and the pot of flowers, and with a little butterfly. And I think once I get the black and white, it's going to make everything pop even more. As they say in the decorating world, everything has to pop. These are my flowers. I showed you doing some of them. I did not a lot because I get really scared I'm going to mess up. So anyway, you saw a little bit. And as I get better and more confident, you'll see more. All right, I'm going to start doing the black and white. And I will have to stand up. Okay, we're starting at the top. I think I'll start on the inside. Early morning on Lake Lanier. It's very quiet. The heater's not going, so it's very quiet. And this is where I come normally just to paint and be quiet and think and keep my happy on. I call it. Yesterday was my grandson in Spain's 7th birthday, and I haven't been there in a couple of years because the year before I had foot surgery, and this year I couldn't go because of COVID. I don't know. I'm really hoping to go in the spring, but it just depends on this whole COVID thing. But what's funny is I hadn't been there so long, and they hadn't been able to come here. I thought he was 5. He's 7. That's terrible. I got really sad yesterday that I'm so far away from my only son and his family that I adore. His wife, Emma, who is amazing, and his 3 children, who are all amazing. And I know every grandmother thinks their grandchildren are amazing. But trust me, these are super duper amazing. I was going to do this long enough for you to kind of get an idea of how this is going to look. Every once in a while, I look up at the camera to see, did I turn it on? Sometimes I don't turn it on, and I'm just talking and painting away, and all of a sudden I look up and it's not on, and I'm so ticked off. As I said, I can't redo it. And I don't know if you see, I've got this thing on a soft pad that's over my Lazy Susan, because the other side I haven't finished the glaze, the clear gloss I call it, and I didn't want it to get scratched and messed up because I just painted it and the paint's fresh.